Hi, it's Tracy. So, if you have been feeling frustrated lately, you know that you need to release it because otherwise it is just going to come out in your relationships with people you care about, or that frustration is going to build up and hurt your health. So, here are some easy breezy ways to release some of that frustration and just get back to feeling better. Now, the first way I would recommend is to take a deep breath. You probably don't realize that if you're feeling frustrated, you're probably breathing really shallow. So, the best thing to do is to just say, I'm feeling frustrated. No matter what is going on in your life, I know that you have a moment to just pay attention to how you're breathing and to give yourself a few moments of deep breath. You can breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and hopefully you can do this a few times and you'll notice that your level of frustration immediately gets a tiny bit better. You can also mentally go to your happy place. So maybe you went on a vacation at some point and you just were sitting by a lake looking out and just thinking how peaceful it is, or whatever your happy place is. My happy place is actually my couch. I just love it there. But wherever your happy place is that makes you feel the way that you want to feel, you can just take a moment to imagine yourself there, and just hopefully that will calm you down a little bit. Another way to release frustration is to just go for a walk or do something that moves your body. Maybe you're just doing a few, maybe you notice that your neck is tight or your lower back is tight and you want to just do a few stretches, or you want to go for a walk. Just something that moves your body so that you start to get some of that frustration out of your body. Another great way to relieve frustration is to put on your favorite music and dance around like a maniac. That's if you have a few minutes and you are by yourself, or with others who will join in on you. But just again, to just get that frustration out and to just remind yourself that there are good things in the world and that favorite song still exists and you can enjoy listening to it while dancing around like a maniac, if that is something that releases your frustration. Another thing to keep in mind is to just put whatever is happening in perspective. Tim Ferriss, I'm a big fan of his, and he says that if it's not life or death, lighten up. It's probably not as big of a deal as you think it is. And I just always think of that whenever I start to get really frustrated, to just remember, like, if this isn't life or death, then lighten up. And that really helps me, and I hope that helps you. I hope Tim Ferriss helps you too. I find one of the best ways to release frustration also is to just get it out. And maybe you have a close friend that you can talk to, or you can set up a Zoom, or you can set up a chat, or you can just even send an email. If you don't have anyone who you feel really comfortable sharing your frustration with, you can write it in a journal. I mean, that also can be really helpful, and it's just important to get it out of your system. Another way to release frustration is to just leave. Leave the situation if that's possible. Wherever you are, if you are in a stressful situation, can you go somewhere else, even if it's just for a few minutes? Sometimes just changing the scenery can really just lower the frustration and help you feel a little bit better and get your mind back to where you can think more clearly. Also, while you're away, maybe you can take a few moments to think about how you can proactively prepare for the annoying, frustrating experience that you're about to have. Maybe you know that your dog is going to freak out every time they see a certain person, and you can take steps to avoid that person. Also, another thing you can do is say some sort of affirmation or mantra to yourself. So it could be something like, this too shall pass, or this will all work out in the end. Just something that calms you, just a quick, short statement, maybe even when you're feeling a little not as much frustrated, that you can create. Write it down, you can put it on your phone, you can just remember it and just take a deep breath and say, this too shall pass, or whatever your mantra or affirmation is. And if you have a few moments, maybe you can even meditate. I recently released a video on Insight Timer, which is a meditation app, and they have these amazing guided meditations that you can sort by time. So even if you only have a few minutes, you can meditate for, let's say, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever you have, and just again get your head clear, release some of your frustration, and get back to feeling better. Sometimes getting outside can really be helpful, even if you only have a few minutes, just to remember that the sun is still shining, the trees are still alive, and just can really help you release some frustration and get perspective on whatever challenge you're dealing with. Perhaps part of your frustration is based on the fact that you're expecting something from someone who isn't prepared to give it to you. I'm a big fan of Tony Robbins, and he always says exchange expectations for appreciation. And sometimes if I'm feeling very frustrated, I just remember that. And I remember, instead of being frustrated that this being isn't giving me what I want them to give me, instead I shift my focus to appreciating what they are and appreciating them for who they are. And that can also help me to release some frustration. So what are your thoughts, and what are some of your favorite ways to release frustration? Did you get anything out of this video? Are there any tips that I forgot? Please let me know in the comments below. Did you like this video? Did you not like this video? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe so we can stay connected, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.